Yo, what's going on? It's Casual Expert Sports. I'm the Casual Expert, but you can call me Manny. And today we got Week 3 recap. NFL Week 3 recap. As you guys can see here, I changed it up a little. We don't have any video in the background because I'm not trying to get like copyright stricken. So what I got for you guys is a nice little slide with some nice little pictures. So you see here, subscribe. All right. We're going to kick it off with the Thursday night game. Oh, real quick. All right, look, check me out, chat. I called you guys chat, my fault. Check me out. I know these pictures, these PNGs, they're not that good on the outlines. But you know what? On the bright side, you see these colors that you see in the background? These are the accurate colors to the team, bro. I looked up the hex color and everything for you. You know what I'm saying? I got the colors. So if you see this Panther and you see, oh my god, he's kind of blurry. But then you see this Texan and it's kind of like flames or whatever. Just know, like, some of them came out better than the others. This shit took me a while. Don't even worry about it. We're not here to look. We're here to listen to what I have to say. All right. Panthers 24. Houston Texans 9. Was it a surprise to anybody? No. Tyrod Taylor was out, so that was an easy win for the Panthers. The Panthers, though, are 3-0. But if you look back at it, have they played comp? You can say the Saints are comp. I don't know. But that game was just easy. The only thing that went wrong for the Panthers, though, CMC, hamstring injury. You don't like to see that if you're the Panthers. But overall, easy dub for them. They lead their division now. Who saw that one coming? All right, this is an interesting one right here. We got the LA Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Look, guys, the Chiefs kind of suck. The Chiefs don't suck, all right? It's the defense. They have a really shitty defense. Run defense is really bad. They can't stop anybody. And they just throw. They just throw. Like their wide receivers, they find any way. Turnovers, fumbles, dropped passes. They find any way to throw the game, it seems like. So the Chiefs fall to the Chargers. They're 1-2 now. And the Chargers finally got it together. Their past two games have been a little bit rough on both sides, like the offense and the defense, and they've had hella penalties. They cleaned it up. They beat the Chiefs by a touchdown. It almost came back and bit them in the ass, though. They missed 2 extra points. But at the end, they clutched up Mike Williams for the win. So that's a quality win for the Chargers, most definitely, especially because they're in the division. And because the Chiefs were at home. So the Chiefs dropping two L's back-to-back weeks. I mean, shit's kind of getting rough over there in that division, especially for the Chiefs, man. All right, next up we got Cardinals versus the Jaguars. The Jaguars were winning this motherfucker in the beginning, and I wasn't watching this game. I just saw the score, and I was like, yo, what the hell is going on? But when you look at it, you see, kick 6. That makes sense. Kick 6 to end the first half. Besides that was their only highlight. Trevor Lawrence is still throwing interceptions. And the Cardinals, kind of woke up and they got the W, 31-19. The Cardinals had a pick 6 also. And they continue undefeated. So that's 2 teams that we've gone through so far that are still undefeated. Jaguars have yet to win a game. You got to feel bad for T-Law, bro. Number 1 overall pick. He's not shaping out this year so far, 3 weeks in. There's still a lot of time, but he's throwing a lot of picks. They're making him throw the ball a lot, and the Jacksonville Jaguars don't have anything going for them. So it's kind of tough for them to get a win. Easy dub for the Cardinals. All right, next up. I don't want to talk about this game at all, bro. I'm a Bears fan, and this was the most embarrassing game I've ever watched in my life. I was embarrassed after watching this game. We just got demolished. I'm not going to talk about it. I can't talk about it. We just got demolished. 9 sacks, 1 passing yard. Couldn't get no offense. Defense was good in the beginning, but then the Cleveland Browns defense took over. Very easy win for the Browns. I mean, I knew we were going to lose, but our performance was horrible. Washington versus the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills really tested Washington. Washington is bottom 3 in all defensive stats so far. So in the beginning of the season, people were saying Washington had a good defense, including myself. I thought they had a good defense, front 7 and everything. but they've let up hella points. 43 to the Bills this week. Last week they let up like 30s, high number. I can't remember exactly what it was. Heineke, he's a little inconsistent. His decision making's a little bit like it's not the best. But they still put up 21. But I just don't think Heineke is going to be the guy for them in the future. Like I said, he's not a sharp enough quarterback. He definitely puts in the he tries out there. He doesn't give up, which is good. You like to see that. But the Buffalo Bills are rolling now. You could tell that week 1 was a fluke when they lost to the Steelers. They're absolutely rolling now, and they're dropping hella points on everybody's mother. Josh Allen, Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Stephon. It does not matter, bro. They got weapons, and they're going to use them. Colts Titans division battle. Carson Wentz went out there on 2 broken ankles, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna play." You shouldn't have played, buddy. You guys lost again. You guys are 0-3. Carson Wentz is throwing himself out there to get hurt even worse. I don't know what he's thinking. But the Titans won 25-16 right here, as you see it. I don't have much else to say about this game because I didn't watch it, and 2, like, the Colts have just been, it's just been injuries. Quentin Nelson got injured too. It's just been injuries for the Colts, man, and you don't want to watch a injured team because like they're not at their full maximum strength. They're not at their full potential. So I would say this was a no-brainer for the Tennessee Titans to win. Only 9 points though. You kind of want to see the Tennessee Titans put up more points. But AJ Brown, bro, we got to talk about AJ Brown right quick before I switch the slide. AJ Brown, my man's is getting left out. I really wonder what's going to happen because we've seen it a lot already this season that wide receivers that aren't getting the ball are getting pissed off and they're talking about it already. So we'll see what the fuck happens with AJ Brown. But that's a win for the Tennessee Titans. Next up, we got the Saints versus the Patriots, man. I thought the Patriots were going to win this game. But the defense for the New Orleans Saints, proved to me that they are a quality defense. Better than the Patriots, it seems like. I thought the Patriots defense would outperform the Saints defense. Another game that I didn't watch, I don't know anything about it, but I do know that Mac Jones, I believe he threw 2 picks. He had the worst game of his season so far. So if you have a horrible game, you can't win. Jameis got the dub. He ate the dub, away game, that's a good win for the Saints. And to be honest, the Patriots are kind of declining. You gotta wonder, bro, is Bill Belichick and Mac Jones, are they gonna get it together? They upped their talent this year in the offseason, so we'll see. Next game, shitty game. Falcons Giants 17-14. The Falcons win it on a game-winning field goal. I thought the Giants' offense was way better. The thing is, the Giants' offense has weapons, but they just can't get it going. And I just realized that you see the, right here, the names of the teams, and then you look at the names of this team. Yeah, I didn't size them up. My fault. Giants, they have weapons. They just don't know how to use them. It might be their coach, Coach Judge. Who the fuck knows? But the Falcons get their first win. The Giants still 0 wins. Nothing else to say about this game. It was just a shitty game. Damn. Holy shit. Hold on, guys. You see Cincinnati Bengals? Hold on. This is a Browns logo. Let me change that shit. My fault. I'm not going to do y'all like this. Alright, we're back. So I had to change that because I had to put respect on Cincinnati Bengals, bro. I had to put respect on them. I messed up the logo, but we're back, okay? The Cincinnati Bengals, they beat the fuck out of the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. The Pittsburgh is so... I had the Bengals to win this game. I just had a feeling that the Bengals would win this game. But it's becoming so much more evident that Ben Roethlisberger is washed. He's too old. He can't play football anymore. My man can't throw it down the field. He has to check it down every single fucking play. He has to check it down to Najee Harris. He can't fucking walk. My man's literally fell on like I don't even know what type of play it was, like a designed screen or something. My man's fell over. They put up 10 points. Their offense just nothing. And Deontay Johnson, I believe he got hurt in that game. And the Bengals just put up a way better game. I know the Steelers defense is still injured, but the Bengals put up 24. Joe Burrow cleaned himself up from last week, throwing 3 interceptions. He cleaned himself up, so they had a way better game, and they beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh, division rivals. That's a quality win for the Bengals. You'd love to see it, and now the Steelers are at the bottom. They've lost 2 weeks in a row. So you gotta wonder, bro, what's going on with the Steelers? Your division is getting better. You guys can't be getting worse. Like, you guys might not make the playoffs if this shit keeps going. All right, next game, Ravens Lions. Speaking of the AFC North, Ravens clutched up. To be honest, though, if you watch this game, Ravens should have blown the shit out of the Detroit Lions, bro. Hollywood Brown dropped 3 touchdowns. So if you just add that up, way past 17. The Detroit Lions should not have been in this one. But when it all came down to it, bro, the Detroit Lions did choke. They choked, all right? 4th and 19, you couldn't stop them. They convert, and then not only that, bro, but Justin Tucker comes out and kicks a 66-yard field goal for the fucking win. The Lions are cursed. The Lions are absolutely cursed. And it's because they don't pay. They're not paying Calvin Johnson. So that's what happens. Pay the man, and maybe good things will come to you. But the Detroit Lions still have no wins. And as a Bears fan, we love to see it. Next game, New York Jets versus the Denver Broncos. Jets put up a big donut. There's nothing else to say about this game. The Broncos defense is still doing what they're doing, what they've been doing this whole season. And, Teddy Bridgewater is still doing what he's doing. So another game, 3-0 for the Broncos, but another easy game. The Broncos' opponents are 0-9, bro. They have 0 wins. So the Denver Broncos are sitting pretty at the top of their division, but they've played 0 comp, like absolutely none. So they're not going to be up there for long. I'm not saying that their team is bad or anything. They've gotten some good looks as a team, but they played 0 comp. So they're not going to be up there for too long. But yeah, New York Jets, bro. Who's more down bad, the Chicago Bears, Lions, or the New York Jets? Probably the Jets, to be honest. All right, Miami Dolphins versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Overtime thriller again for the Raiders, but they won it with a field goal. It was looking rough in the beginning, but then after that safety, that I don't know what the fuck Miami was thinking on that safety, or on that pass that was a safety. Who knows? Jacoby Brissett was actually pretty decent though, so he almost got them the win. But in overtime, 3 field goals, and then the Raiders won. It was a quality win for the Raiders. The Dolphins stuck in it a lot better than I expected because they didn't have Tua. But, Raiders 3-0. 3-0. You'd like to see that from the Raiders. They've beaten great teams. The Ravens were injured, but there was a quality win. They beat the Steelers, which I would say is a quality win against a great franchise, and now they beat the Dolphins. So, if you're a Raiders fan, you love to see it. Next game, I thought it was going to be a lot crazier of a game, a lot closer of a game. Buccaneers versus Rams. The Buccaneers just lost. Their secondary is not good. They don't have a good secondary. They have a good front 7, but their secondary is trash. And that's due to injuries, and that's also due maybe to us overrating them based off playoff performance. But the Rams just showed we're the better team in situations like this. And you know what? Matthew Stafford showed us too that I can beat teams with winning records, because when he was on the Lions, my man was beating absolutely no one. The only teams he was beating was teams with losing records. So he came out and he beat Tom Brady and the undefeated Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So they stay undefeated. And now the Bucs, I wouldn't say you guys should be worried. I mean, you still have Tom Brady, but also you guys lost to basically your rival of the whole season. So, and it wasn't close because their last touchdown was with a minute left. You guys were not going to come back. So this game is a lot less closer than 10, realistically. Seahawks, Vikings. This was a surprise, bro. The Seahawks blew it again. And the Vikings destroyed them. Kirk Cousins is playing well. And if you look at it, the Vikings could be 3-0. Last week they lost because they missed a game-winning field goal. And the week before that, they lost on a game-winning field goal. So the Vikings are they're playing very well, and they're in these close games. You just, as a Vikings fan, you hope to close them out, every single time. So they could be 3-0. They're actually they're a pretty good team. As a Bears fan, you hate to see that shit. But the Seahawks, man, they got to figure it out. DK went crazy in the beginning of the game. Chris Carson had a decent game. They just have to figure it out how to close out games, and they're sitting at the bottom of their division right now. So they got to get that shit together if they want to make the playoffs. But it seems like the Vikings, if they keep it up like this and they close out games, they'll be second in their division for sure. Packers 49ers Sunday night. This is the last game we're going to talk about because it's Monday and the Monday night game has not happened yet. Packers win on a game-winning field goal. You cannot give Aaron Rodgers 37 seconds left. He'll march down, as we saw. Devontae Adams has some dick and balls on him. He got absolutely killed for 2 minutes. Then he got revived, and now he went back in there. Caught those two passes at the end of the game to put them into field goal range. So if you're a 49ers fan, you can't feel too bad about that game. Jimmy Garoppolo, he looked up and down in that game, but you can't feel too bad losing to the Packers, especially when you gave them way too much time. 37 seconds is way too much, and their defense kind of softened up. I don't know. I think Devontae just found like the pockets where to sit in that last 37 seconds when the 49ers were they were trying to cover the deep bomb, but they didn't at all. So the Packers. Looks like they're back in Packers form, as I expected. I don't know. That week 1 was definitely a fluke. So they're back at it. 30-28 win for the Sunday night game, and that's gonna be it for this week. This week's recap. I'm excited for week 4, not as a Bears fan because there's nothing to be excited about, even though we do play the Lions. So hopefully we can get a dub there. But I'm excited to see more games. Next week's gonna be a lot crazier, I feel like. Because the weeks just keep upping up the standards, bro. Last week we had hella field goals for the win. This week we had record-breaking field goals for the win. So shit, next week who knows what's gonna happen? But no cap, bro. NFL Red Zone. If y'all don't have it, y'all gotta get NFL Red Zone. That shit is crazy. I used it for the first time this week. That shit was crazy. You get to watch all the games, but Red Zone stuff. You get to see all the scores. NFL Red Zone, big dub. Alright, I'll catch y'all later though.